Lullaby Valley, Sweet Dreams. The Fairy Tale's Sleepy Valley. In a world woven from whispers and softest dreams, nestled between hills that hummed with quiet contentment, lay the enchanting realm known as Sleepy Valley. Here every blade of grass seemed to sigh with a gentle breeze, and every flower bloomed with a sleepy, luminous glow. The very air itself felt like a comforting hug, carrying the sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine and damp, rich earth. In the heart of this serene landscape lived Nala, a small bear cub with fur the color of warm honey and eyes that held the kindness of 1,000 starlit nights. Her home was a marvel of coziness, a tiny round-doored dwelling carved into the base of a cluster of ancient, softly glowing mushrooms. Inside, the walls were lined with woven moss, and the air was perpetually filled with the comforting aroma of dried berries and a faint, ethereal glow from her tiny moss-wick lamp. Nala cherished the quiet evenings above all else, for it was then that Sleepy Valley truly embraced its name, preparing for a night of profound, peaceful slumber. She often spent these precious moments reflecting on the day's gentle adventures, her heart brimming with a deep, unwavering sense of contentment. The world outside her window, even as dusk began its slow, graceful descent, held a promise of soft magic, a silent invitation to witness the valley's gentle transition into night. Each rustle of leaves, each distant sleepy chirp was a note in the valley's evening lullaby. A melody that soothed Nala's very soul and filled her with a quiet joy. As the sun dipped lower, painting the sky with the most delicate shades of lavender, rose, and soft gold, Nala began her evening routine. She stretched her tiny paws, feeling the pleasant warmth spread through her body, and let out a sweet, quiet yawn that seemed to echo the valley's own sleepy sigh. Her whiskers twitched with a gentle anticipation, not for excitement, but for the quiet joy of winding down, of preparing her spirit for the tranquil night ahead. "Time for a lovely evening," she whispered to herself, her voice a soft murmur, barely audible above the gentle rustle of leaves outside her window. She moved with a graceful slowness, tidying her little home, fluffing her mossy bed until it was a perfect cloud of softness, and ensuring her acorn lamp was ready for its nightly glow. Every movement was slow and deliberate, a mindful dance of calm preparation, a ritual that brought her immense peace. The air within her home was filled with a comforting stillness, a perfect prelude to the peaceful night ahead, a sanctuary where worries simply melted away. She imagined the stars beginning to peek through the deepening sky, each one a tiny, friendly eye watching over Sleepy Valley. With a soft push, Nala opened her little round door, revealing the enchanting twilight of Sleepy Valley in all its gentle glory. A cool, gentle breeze, carrying the sweet, earthy scent of damp soil and night-blooming jasmine, brushed against her nose, a refreshing kiss from the evening air. She stepped out, her eyes wide with a quiet wonder, taking in the breathtaking transformation of her beloved valley as day surrendered to night. The last golden rays of sunlight kissed the highest leaves of the ancient trees, making them shimmer with a faint, magical glow for a fleeting moment before surrendering entirely to the deepening twilight. The air was filled with a soft hush, a symphony of gentle rustles from unseen creatures and distant sleepy chirps from birds settling into their nests. Nala paused, breathing in the serene beauty, feeling a profound sense of peace settled over her, a deep calm that permeated her very being. She decided to visit her friends, not to play boisterous games, but to share in their quiet preparations for sleep, to exchange soft goodnights before the valley truly slumbered, a cherished tradition in Sleepy Valley. Her first stop was to see Melody, the little bird who always sang the sweetest lullabies, weaving dreams into the very fabric of the evening air. Nala followed a winding path, her soft paws barely making a sound on the mossy ground, each step a gentle whisper. The path itself seemed to glow faintly, guided by tiny luminescent pebbles that dotted its edges like fallen stars, showing her the way through the deepening shadows. As she walked, she listened intently to the gentle whispers of the evening, the rustle of leaves like a soft bedtime story being told by the wind, each gust carrying tales of the day's quiet moments. The air grew cooler, but it was a comforting coolness, a gentle reminder that the day was truly ending and the peaceful night was taking its rightful place. Soon, a faint, sweet melody drifted through the air, a series of soft, high-pitched notes that seemed to weave themselves into the fabric of the twilight, a sound that made Nala's heart sing with quiet joy. It was Melody singing her evening song, a lullaby for the valley itself, a soothing balm for weary souls. Nala smiled, her heart feeling light and warm, knowing her friend was near. Nala quietly approached a large ancient oak tree, its branches reaching like comforting arms towards the sky, silhouetted against the deepening blue. There, nestled amongst the soft dark green leaves, was Melody's nest, a cozy haven woven with twigs and down. Melody, a tiny bird with feathers the color of a summer sunset, a vibrant blend of orange, pink, and gold, was perched on a branch just above her nest, her eyes half closed in a blissful expression as she sang a tender lullaby to her two little chicks. The chicks, barely more than fluffy balls of down, were already snuggled deep within the nest, their tiny eyelids fluttering with the very edge of sleep. Melody's song was a gentle stream of notes, each one a soft promise of sweet dreams, a melody that seemed to cradle the entire valley. She saw Nala approaching and paused, her song tapering off into a soft, happy chirp, a greeting as light as a feather. "Hello, Nala," Melody whispered, her voice as delicate as a dewdrop. "Are you out for your evening stroll, enjoying the quiet?" Nala nodded, her gaze fixed on the peaceful scene, a gentle smile gracing her lips. "Yes, Melody, just saying goodnight to everyone, making sure all the sleepy heads are tucked in." She watched as Melody finished her lullaby, the last notes fading into the quiet, still air, leaving behind a lingering sense of calm. The two little chicks were now completely still, their tiny breaths soft and even, already deep in the embrace of sleep. Melody gently preened a feather on her wing, a contented sigh escaping her tiny beak. "They're almost off to dreamland," she chirped softly, her voice filled with motherly affection. "Sleep well, little ones. Dream of juicy worms and sunny skies." Nala felt a wave of profound calm wash over her, watching the tender interaction. "Your song is so beautiful, Melody," Nala said, her voice full of warmth and genuine appreciation. "It makes the whole valley feel safe and loved like a soft blanket." Melody puffed out her chest a tiny bit, a sweet, proud smile on her beak. "Thank you, Nala. It's my favorite part of the evening, knowing my song helps everyone drift off." With a final soft, "Good night, Melody. Sleep tight," Nala continued her journey, the memory of the lullaby still humming in her heart, a gentle tune accompanying her steps. The sky was now a deeper, velvety blue, a canvas painted with the softest hues of indigo, and the first few shy stars had begun to twinkle like tiny diamonds scattered across a dark, comforting blanket. Nala thought about Cotton, the quiet bunny, who loved to snuggle deep in her burrow as soon as the first stars appeared, finding solace in the earth's gentle embrace. Cotton was known for her exceptional softness, her fur like a cloud of freshly fallen snow, and her movements as silent as a falling leaf. Nala imagined Cotton already tucked away, dreaming of fields of sweet clover and the crunch of crisp carrots in her slumber. The air grew cooler with each passing moment, carrying the delicate scent of night-blooming flowers, a gentle perfume that added to the valley's sleepy charm, a fragrance that promised sweet dreams. Nala walked with a slow, deliberate pace, savoring each quiet moment, each gentle sound, each soft breath of the evening. Soon Nala arrived at a small grassy mound hidden beneath a canopy of broad, soft leaves that seemed to whisper secrets to the night. This was Cotton's burrow, a perfectly circular entrance almost invisible to the hurried eye, a secret door to a world of warmth and safety. Nala gently pushed aside a curtain of moss, its texture soft against her paw, and peered inside. There, nestled in a bed of dried leaves and softest thistledown, was Cotton. Her fluffy white fur was barely distinguishable from her cozy surroundings, a perfect camouflage of comfort. Cotton was curled into a perfect ball, her long ears tucked neatly against her back, and her tiny nose twitching ever so slightly in her sleep, a delicate dance of dreams. A soft, contented sigh escaped her, a sound so delicate it was almost imperceptible, a breath of pure peace. She was already deep in dreamland, undoubtedly chasing butterflies through sun-dappled meadows or nibbling on the sweetest berries in her slumber. The sight filled Nala with a quiet joy, a feeling of warmth and security, knowing her friend was safe and sound. Nala didn't want to disturb Cotton's profound, peaceful sleep, knowing how precious those moments of rest were. She simply watched for a moment longer, absorbing the quiet calm of the scene, letting the tranquility seep into her own spirit. "Good night, Cotton," she whispered, her voice barely a breath, a silent promise of sweet dreams and gentle awakenings. Cotton's nose twitched once more, a tiny, sleepy acknowledgement, as if even in her deep sleep she felt Nala's kind presence, a comforting warmth surrounding her. Nal gently pulled the moss curtain back into place, ensuring it covered the entrance perfectly, leaving Cotton undisturbed in her soft, warm haven, protected from the cool night air. As Nala turned to continue her walk, she felt a profound sense of connection to her friends, a shared rhythm of winding down and finding peace in the approaching night. The valley was truly a place of gentle souls, all preparing for their nightly rest in their own unique and comforting ways, a symphony of slumber. The night sky was now a magnificent tapestry of deep indigo and shimmering silver, with the moon, a soft, pearly orb, beginning its slow, majestic ascent, casting a gentle, ethereal glow over the entire valley. Nala felt a gentle tiredness settling over her, a pleasant heaviness in her paws, and a softness behind her eyes. A sweet weariness after her evening rounds. She thought of one more friend she liked to visit before heading home to her own cozy bed. Bramble, the sleepy hedgehog, who loved to curl up under the biggest, fluffiest dandelion, finding its soft head the perfect canopy for slumber. Bramble was always the first to find the coziest spots, and he always had the softest snuffles as he drifted off, a tiny, contented sound. Nala followed a path that led deeper into a field of tall, whispering dandelions, their fluffy heads now glowing faintly in the moonlight like 1,000 tiny lanterns guiding her way through the soft darkness. The air was still and cool, filled with the promise of deep, undisturbed sleep. Nala found Bramble nestled at the very base of the largest dandelion, a gentle mound of soft brown prickles and even softer fur. He was curled so tightly that he looked like a little mossy stone, a perfect, unassuming ball of peaceful sleep. But Nala could hear his soft, rhythmic breathing and the occasional tiny snuffle, sounds of pure contentment. Bramble's eyes were already closed, and a faint, contented smile seemed to play on his tiny face, a reflection of the sweet dreams he was surely having. He was in a deep, peaceful sleep, dreaming of juicy berries and warm, sunny patches. Perhaps even a friendly worm or two. Nala knelt beside him, her heart swelling with affection for her little spiky friend, feeling a profound connection to his quiet slumber. She gently stroked a nearby dandelion stem, careful not to disturb Bramble's precious rest, her touch as light as a feather. The quiet, peaceful presence of her sleeping friend filled her with a sense of profound peace and warmth, a comforting stillness that settled deep within her. "Good night, Bramble," Nala whispered, her voice barely a breath, a final, loving farewell to her sleeping friend, a silent blessing for his dreams. She then turned and began her slow, unhurried journey back to her own little house under the glowing mushrooms, her heart full of the evening's gentle encounters. The path felt familiar and safe, each step a gentle rhythm against the quiet earth, a familiar comfort inside her cozy home. She lit her tiny acorn lamp, its warm flame casting soft, dancing shadows on the moss-lined walls, making the space feel even more inviting and secure. she snuggled into her soft, mossy bed, pulling her leaf blanket up to her chin, feeling the comforting weight of it. The soft glow of the lamp filled her room with warmth, and outside the valley was utterly hushed, save for the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant sleepy chirping of a cricket, a lullaby from nature itself. Nala closed her eyes, feeling safe and loved, her heart full of the gentle peace of Sleepy Valley. Ready for sweet dreams, she drifted off, a soft smile on her face, knowing that all was well in her quiet world. Good night, Nala. Good night, Sleepy Valley.